I'm hoping that this episode is going to be different from the last few episodes that we've gone in. If you want to know my thoughts on those, please watch my previous reactions. I don't want to repeat myself. So I am hoping that this will be a better episode. I'm going to start it after a countdown. 3, 2, 1, play. Right, they got the invitation. And if you're new here, I like to make predictions, and it's fine if I'm wrong because the show will explain everything eventually. This music is so upbeat. Just kind of thrown off. I still feel like something bad's gonna happen. Hula hooping at an observatory. You can hula hoop anywhere. I also have a collapsible hula hoop. Nandan Observatory. Not watching the opening. My interest in this show, I'll be honest, it has faded a little bit from the initial first two episodes, but there's still a lot of episodes left, so hopefully we can turn things around. I just feel like we've only scratched the surface of the school, Ron's hypnotism. Don't really know much about Toto. That's why to me, he feels like an assistant to Ron. They don't feel like a duo anymore. It doesn't feel like an equal partnership. He just kind of feels like he's there to assist Ron, which I'm not really a fan of. And I still want to know about the incident with Ron and how he got, was it a scar or a tattoo? And it seems to be a number that's crossed out. There's so many mysteries, and now I'm not really interested in the current incidents. I just want to uncover the backstories. But I have to be patient. That's how these shows work. The Case of the Observatory Murder, Part 1. Okay, another maybe 2 or 3 parter. A gun. Okay. I have a feeling it's not a replica. Uno. Donzawa. Stars on the cup. Oh my, that's one of the weirdest anime hairstyles I've ever seen. Is that Orochimaru? I could be wrong. Sounded a little bit like Otose from Gintama. Onodera. Sensei. Blue Detective Academy's closed circle theory instructor, John Grizzly. So then he's gonna get found out. I'm not interested at all. Seven people. His father was a director. I've heard Grizzly's voice actor somewhere and it's bothering me. I don't remember where. I feel like somebody's gonna die. Orihime. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I don't think that's Orochimaru's voice actor. Why do I feel like there's going to be a body up there? Hmm. We've got a time now, 11 p.m. That time is going to be important later. Him putting black syrup on everything reminds me of Gintoki and Hijikata. 5 generations ago was a technically didn't know. Okay. Yeah, how much time has passed? Have they haven't even gotten to know each other? So Ron can't do any sleuthing here. The teacher's his sensei is right there, right? He's not allowed to sleuth. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Hands-on training exercise. I think he was set up. I think he was set up somehow. Bloody training incident. So that flashback just now, Ron was wearing a shirt, but I thought in a previous flashback he didn't have the shirt on and it looked like he was sliced up or had a lot of blood stains on him. Death penalty. So this sensei is not on his side. Whoa. He like hula hooped for 5 seconds. I have a feeling somebody's gonna die, but I don't know who yet. But if the chef survives, she was the first one in the observatory. She could have set something up. Is the body going to be revealed that way? Oh, a gunshot. So the chef is there, the idol is there. Grizzly and the weird hair guy were up on the roof with Toto. Ron went back to the room, I think. Photographer was missing for 2 hours. Pitch black. Turning on the light won't work. Chef went away, came back with flashlights. Maybe framing Ron again. He's sleeping. But it's going to seem like he was hypnotized and murdered her. The gun is there. I don't know if the gun was there when we first entered the room. Was it placed just now? Right now, it could be anybody here, except for Toto. I'm just trying to absorb everything, and I'll say my thoughts at the end. He says he'll hold on to it. Shattered glass. I think he was set up. Clink. Key. Set up. I don't know how yet, but definitely set up. Why is he barefoot? That's got to be important. I have a lot of thoughts. I'll say everything after. Oh, 1 point. What is it? Oh, no. Is it going to be a joke? Ah, it's not a joke. Wow, that is important information. Well, he should say this to everybody. Precisely in the heart from behind. I thought that was obvious that he didn't think he did it. I'm worried about leaving Ron here. He's handcuffed, and I'm worried somebody's going to try and kill him because he's got someone. Yeah, he's got Toto to help him. Okay, so I'm going to talk about every character. I know it's going to sound like I'm accusing everybody left and right, but I have to say all my thoughts because that's why we're here. Okay, so Toto, obviously not him. Ron, I think he was set up, so I don't think it's him. And he says that he's terrible with a gun. So, okay, so the sensei. The sensei, it just feels really random that he would show up to this observatory while Ron and Toto are here. Maybe he sent them the invitation in the first place, unless the observatory director son sent them the invitation. I don't know. I think maybe the sensei set it up and the sensei knows about the incident 5 years ago. If he set up Ron 5 years ago, maybe he thought this would be a good opportunity to take out Ron for sure because to cover up both incidents, I guess. I'm just suspicious of the sensei because he was examining the crime scene and he was saying like, "Oh, like people couldn't have escaped from here. There's no escape from here. Oh, it's a locked room. Oh, there's the key." And he just seemed like he was really determined to make Ron the culprit. And I'm always suspicious of people when they do that because I just have trust issues from watching like Detective Conan and Bungo Stray Dogs. Like in Bungo Stray Dogs, multiple times it's been the police officer that shows up to the crime scene, right? Like it's, I just start suspecting people that I should be trusting. And the chef. So the chef was not on the roof at the time when the incident happened. So the chef was in charge of preparing all the food, and we saw that Ron was dousing everything in the black sugar syrup. And if Ron's the only one having black sugar syrup, and there's something about the sugar cane here, like in this area, maybe the chef put some sleeping stuff in the black sugar syrup to make Ron fall asleep. And also, I noticed that the chef was the first one in the observatory when we showed up. So maybe they could have done something before. Maybe, okay, so there's no lights working in the observatory. Maybe there's some sort of contraption to pull the trigger of the gun. I know it's a wild theory, but I have to say everything I'm thinking. Otherwise, you're not going to know what I'm thinking. Because there was emphasis on the lights being out. So maybe the real culprit didn't want everybody to see what was above them. Like maybe there's something hidden in the dark. And also the chef ran away to get flashlights. Okay, so the idol. I just find it a bit random that an idol would be here. I guess she likes astronomy. Or is it just to have like a cute character in this episode? Son of the director, he was the one saying all the history stuff, and he was saying that the gun was a replica. I already had a feeling it wasn't a replica. I just had a feeling. Why would he lose sight of the? He would have the master key, right? So maybe he could have put it in Ron's pocket. And there's also something about Ron being barefoot. Is that because he was asleep in his room and then carried to the observatory? And I don't remember if it was Detective Conan or Bungo Stray Dogs, but I remember seeing an anime locked room crime where the key was put into the victim's pocket with a string and then it was pulled under the door. So it looked like it was a locked room crime, but it wasn't. Okay, so yeah, more about the director's son. I don't know what his motive would be, but it's kind of it. I just have a hunch that maybe he's trying to recreate it or something. I don't know why he would do that. It's like the incident where his dad was killed, right? But I don't know what motive he would have for recreating this. Unless he was the one who shot up everybody and now he's trying to recreate it for some reason to make himself not look suspicious. Weird hair guy. I actually I don't really have any evidence to be suspicious of him yet. He just seems a bit odd, but that's okay. His hair is a bit weird. His hair makes Rock Lee's hair look great. I'm kidding. I like Rock Lee's hair. He made the fuss about the cup being the wrong constellation or something, but I don't really have any weird vibes from him. He seems one of the most normal people here. The photographer, I don't think she did this to herself because it was from the back. I don't see like a motive for her to do this to herself and then frame it on Ron. And I don't think it was like a ricochet where she just fired the gun and then maybe it bounced off, hit all the lights, and then hit herself in the back. I don't think that's what happened. There's something about the glass shattering and Ron being barefoot. I just feel like there's something up with that. There's something about the observatory moving and then the gunshot being heard. I don't know why, but I feel like that's important. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on the characters so far. So if I had to narrow it down, I think I'm still the most suspicious of the sensei and then the chef and then the son of the director and then the weird hair guy and then the idol in that order. So I think the most suspicious would be the sensei. Least suspicious is the idol or the weird hair guy. Yeah, I know it sounds like I'm suspecting everybody, but I just have to narrow it down. And that's so far in this two-parter, those are my thoughts on the characters. I'm a little worried about Ron being handcuffed in that room with the door open, but I also don't think somebody would harm him because that would make somebody else seem like the culprit and not Ron. And I think they're trying to frame Ron. So that's all my thoughts on this episode and the characters so far. Maybe I'm off on everything, but I'll find out next week when the episode airs and everything will be explained. Doesn't matter if I'm wrong right now. Thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next episode.